What is up, boys? I'm with Kamel. We're looking over Soulburner's cards.
What up?
So the level up rewards overall, not too bad actually. I see a lot of gems, which is great. You know, they did give us one of these shitty tickets, but it is what it is. So we have Jack Jaguar. This card is extremely strong in the Salomon Great strategy. It's a little extender, and it's really nice for just getting buys on the board, right? So, and they gave us Sunlight Wolf, and then another Jack Jaguar. So we got two Jack Jaguars and a Sunlight Wolf. So Sunlight Wolf is really, really important for the strategy. This card lets you get some cards back from the graveyard. It lets you recycle, and you have to be really careful to summon to this monster's zone because that also allows them to get cards. So in the TCG, like we saw this kind of deck get back like Ash Blossom from the grave. Of course, that's not in this game, but you can still get like Gazelle back or any of your Salomon Great cards. So really, really strong. And it also gets back your traps, your Salomon Great traps, of course. So then Jack Jaguar, we got two of those. So yeah, and then we have the skill, draw us in Cyberse, another Sunlight Wolf. So we got two Sunlight Wolves, two Jack Jaguars. This card is ass, so we can just go over it. 3 Sunlight Wolves, so this is really, really nice level up rewards because this is something you would expect to be in a, like in
SR as a main box.
Yeah, that's like you are in a main or mini box, but they're giving it to us as a level up. Then we got Salomon Great Roar. This card is insane. It's a counter trap. While you control a Salomon Great Link monster, you can negate the activation of any spell trap or monster effect. And then while this card is in your graveyard, if a Salomon Great Link monster is link summoned to your field using a monster with its same name as material, so that's the gimmick of Salomon Greats. They summon themselves through the use of usually the field spell Salomon Great Sanctuary, which they give you in the skill. You can link summon the same monster as if it was using materials, but only using itself. So just summon it with the same copy. And so that will give you Roar back from the graveyard, but it gets banished when it leaves the field. Alternatively, you could also use Sunlight Wolf's effect, which lets you add one Salomon Great spell trap from the graveyard to your hand. So you can get a lot of use out of this card, basically. They did give us a Gazelle, and so we have 1 Gazelle, 3 Jaguar, 3 Sunlight Wolf, 1 Roar. So right now I'm seeing a lot of very, very good cards in this deck.
We're actually going to get a third Jack Jaguar at 30.
Yeah, so we got 3 Jack Jaguars, so really nice. I got to see the rest of the Salomon Great cards that we have, but this is a really nice core of the deck. And, we also have Signet Mining in the main box. There's a lot of really good cards that let you get to Salomon Great Gazelle really easily. And you have to remember that Gazelle. So why is Gazelle good? If a Salomon Great monster is sent to your graveyard, except during the damage step, you can special summon this card from your hand. So how do you send Salomon Great cards to the graveyard? When you link summon, when you activate Signet Mining, you discard them to the graveyard, you get this body out for free, and then on summon, he'll send a Salomon Great card from your deck to your graveyard. So he'll send your Jack Jaguar, he'll send your Salomon Great Roar. You have access to all these cards. And with Signet Mining at 3, you have a lot of options. The deck is 20 cards, so you have a lot of ways to get. So that was the one thing, Kamel, I know Ed spoke to you last night. They gave us a lot of consistency for these Cyberse decks, but they didn't really give us anything in the main box. So this is really great to see that right off the bat. They're giving us something really nice to search for.
Yeah, really good, powerful cards for Salomon Great, and they really needed them in the character because it's going to be a while before we get more support for this archetype.
Yeah, I would imagine, because usually they start, with the Yugi character, and then we get the Jack character much later on. So, but he's not really the Jack character, right? That's what's that guy's name? The Rocket guy.
Yeah, that'll be Revolver release around January. So
yeah,
Salomon Great may be a while.
Yeah, and then as for the skills go, Salomon Great Reincarnation. This one's really cool because instead of having to play Rise from the Valley, which gives you Sanctuary, this one just is Sanctuary itself, the skill. So you select one monster whose name is either Yugioh or Sunlight Wolf, and then you need the same name in your graveyard, and the monster is treated as have been Link summon.
Link summoned already.
Yeah, yeah, exactly. Salamangreat Great Booster. The skill's not really that good, you know. It's one of those generic skills that boost attack, and then I believe he has Double Transcendence. Can be used during a duel in which you have successfully link summoned a monster using a monster with the same name. So like I said, that's their gimmick. Return one Salamangreat spell or trap in your hand to your deck. Add one Salamangreat Transcendence to your hand from outside of the duel. Then you can turn all link summon monsters in your graveyard to the extra deck. So what does Transcendence do? I have no idea. I never read this card. Target one Salamangreat Link monster you control. Special summon one Salamangreat Link monster with the same name from your extra deck. Interesting. So I don't know how I feel about this card. I feel like this could be cool, but having to return all Link monsters.
Instant. The card in itself is like an instant reincarnation Link summon, right, without having to use the field spell.
Yeah, this also enables like some OTKs, right? Because you can attack and it's a quick play, so you can use it again. I honestly have never seen this card. There's a lot of Salamangreat cards, so Burning Draw. So this one, as soon as they see 5th turn and onwards, I'm already kind of discrediting it, right? But let's go ahead and continue. When you have 2,300 or less life points, okay, pay life points to make your life points equal to 100, and add a card to your hand from the top of your deck for each 1,000 you paid. Wait. That seems pretty good, but you have to use it on the 5th turn, so let's see.
So you have to draw... You're probably only going to draw 2 cards.
You're going to draw 2, right? Yeah. Yeah, that's interesting.
This was the card, this was the skill they used in the promotional duel for the stream.
Yeah, it's just draw 2. Alright, so what do you think, Kamal? Overall, I'm pretty pleased with Soulburner, just from what I'm seeing here.
Yeah, I think where we were worried that they didn't give us Jack Jaguar in the box, they did come through with the level ups, putting some very important cards there. So for once I'm actually pleased with a character. It has everything it needs on the new world, some skills to give it access to its key mechanics, you know, as contrary to like how other decks usually give them a bunch of gimmick skills. These skills are actually going to help it somewhat play around with different kind of modes of play. So I am looking Salamangreats are looking pretty good.
All right, so we will be back with more Duel Links content as we unlock new stuff for you guys. So we'll see you very soon.